Alright, so we have B Doctor here from the Coliseum, and I am playing TheMisterhaxx. I actually found this guy on Smogon, but he does have a YouTube account. So, he brings in 9 tails to induce his weather. I actually have a clear skies team, as you saw in the preview, but it's fine. So I start with Vaporeon with the intent to do like a bait and switch, because I know he has the grass move. But I go with the Chansey, and he does a nasty plot, which isn't really surprising to me because I have a couple of those myself, but they can be pretty nasty if you get it set up the right way. Anyways, he brings in his Scizor, and it catches a nice T-Wave, which I guess somewhat hinders it, but it does have that priority bullet punch. And I bring in Gyarados, to get the Intimidate, and this is like the bulkiest a Gyarados will get, so I know it can't do anything. But I saw this from a mile away. I predicted his Starmie to come in, so I double switch back into Fortress. So now I take advantage of this opportunity, and I get up my entry hazards, and I know that he's not going to be able to spin it off before I switch out, obviously. And he hit me with the T-Bolt, but it doesn't really affect me too much because it's a special variant, which I rarely use. But anywho, I bring in Dusclops because I'm thinking I'm pretty sure in this type of team he's going to have Rapid Spin, but he actually goes for the T-Bolt, predicting something else to come in, which is fine because he probably predicted Vaporeon, but that's fine because Dusclops can take anything, and he knows this, so he switches, and I take the opportunity to Nightshade because whatever comes in is going to take 100 damage. Sorry, but he hits me with the Fire Blast on his Heatron. Of course, that doesn't do anything to Chansey, and I knew that this Scizor was coming in, but I went for the T-Wave anyways, just in case he wanted to stay in for some reason. Now, looking at what just happened, even though he got the Parahax, that pretty much told me that he had the Pursuit. So, I had to be a little cautious of that. But the way he's playing the Scizor, it pretty much tells me that it's Choice Banded. And here he brings in Starmie again, but I predicted that, and I went straight for the Dragon Tail, which is pretty much a plus for me because now I drag this Ninetales in. It's going to make it that much harder for him to bring, Pokemon in and out. Here I just stay in because Ninetales, his base special attack isn't that high, and I'm pretty comfortable with saying it. And he actually reveals that he has a Life Orb, and his Gyarados took that Solar Beam well. Sure it's unstabbed, but it is Life Orb, and it's a base 120. So I hit the Dragon Tails once again, and I bring in this Blue Star. It's pretty badly damaged. Now here, I wasn't sure if he was going to T-Bolt again, but you can never be sure. I didn't want to get my Gyarados wasted. But then again, I think so bulky, he might have just survived with a thread. But anyways, he recovers, which is a pretty good play, and he brings in Big Flower. I guess that's a decent name for me to serve. But a Nightshade, because I don't care, whatever comes in is going to get hit with 100 damage plus Stealth Rods. Here he goes for the Growth. I don't know what variant this is, but I'm just going to taunt because I don't need him to be boosting on me, because you let this thing boost enough, it can sweep your entire team. But he hits me with the Solar Beam. I know I can take at least one, but his HP stat isn't so high. I started to oh, actually, I did Pain Split. Wow, okay. I thought I might have went for a Nightshade there. Anyways, I Pain Split. I get a decent amount of HP back. But here, I know that I'm not going to be able to survive a second one, so I go to Chansey, and she takes the second Solar Beam like a boss. But just judging the amount of damage that it does on this, wall here, I can pretty much tell that it's purely special because he had to put all of his EVs into that. Brings in this Scizor once again, and I know that here I was thinking that he's probably going to Pursuit Trap, which is why I went for the Soft Wall, so I can have some HP in case he does, but he went straight for the Superpower, I can tell. He ended up getting the Hacks again, but it's all good because Fortress is still a defensive behemoth. And here I'm like, okay, well, he can't do anything to me at this point, so I take this opportunity to get the Spikes up. Now he brings in Forest Gump, and I don't know what it has. I'm thinking, I'm not sure if these things are physical and social. I don't know if they like go mix or not, but I know that they definitely are physical. So I bring in Gyarados, get the Intimidate. I'm not really afraid of this thing physically. Anyways, he gets the Swords Dance up, which is, I guess, a good move, but he hits me with the return, and look at this. Gyarados takes it like a champ. I mean, this is bulked out. But, you know, I smack him with another Dragon Tail. Bring in Big Flower once again. He takes damage from Stealth Rocks and Spikes, and I don't want to leave my Gyarados in to take a Solar Beam from this thing. Now, Ninetales, that's one thing, but this is a stab. But, you know, he runs because he was cracking under the pressure. So, you know, that was a good game. TheMisterhaxx, and you know, check him out. His link will be down in the description. So that's a good game once again, and I'm out.